Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we dig into South Africa's most pressing political debates. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our deep dives. Today, we're tackling a legal showdown that cuts to the heart of economic justice and race relations in our country, the DA's constitutional challenge against the new Employment Equity Amendment Act. Keycap 1. What triggered this legal battle? In January 2025, the Employment Equity Amendment Act took effect, empowering the Minister of Employment and Labour to enforce numerical hiring targets in specific sectors for non-white individuals, women, and people with disabilities, at skilled and senior levels. The threshold applies to companies with 50 or more employees, and failure to comply could lead to fines or loss of government contracts. The DA argues this crosses the line into rigid quotas, calling the act unconstitutional under South Africa's Anti-Discrimination Charter. They claim companies are forced to meet inflexible targets that threaten jobs and investor confidence. Keycap 2. What the DA is saying. DA Federal Chair Helen Zille has been vocal, labeling the act totalitarian and harmful to business. She says, "Jobs are created by companies that invest in South Africa. The draconian labor regime will drive away investment and increase unemployment." DA lawyer Ismail Jamie told the North Gauteng High Court the difference between targets and quotas is significant. It is fine to set aspirational targets but not ones so rigid that they constitute a quota. DA's position: they support redress, but they want flexibility, not mandates. Keycap 3. The ANC's counter-arguments. The ANC defends the act as essential to correcting deep-seated economic imbalances, a continuation of a long journey toward justice. The Employment Equity Act is not about quotas. It is about justice, correcting structural imbalances in the economy. ANC spokesperson Malenji Bengumatsiri. They argue without enforceable measures, meaningful transformation remains elusive, especially as company boards and senior roles remain overwhelmingly white. Economics professor Muriel Masherowa notes such measures are long overdue. If we continue the way that we are, we're never going to see the transformation that is required. Keycap for broader implications and investment. This isn't just a policy row, it has real-world consequences. South Africa faces stubbornly high unemployment, over 32%, and foreign direct investment has dipped from $10.2 billion in 2019 to $6.8 billion in 2023. Economists say oppression of transformation can kill economic growth. But critics warn that enforced quotas might discourage new employers from scaling up, or push SMEs to remain smaller to avoid compliance. Keycap 5. Political fallout, unity government in crisis. This case has exposed cracks in the post-2024 unity government, where the DA and ANC remain at odds over policy and direction. The tension extends beyond employment equity, affecting tax plans, land reform, and BEE policies. How this plays out in court could define the durability, or collapse, of the coalition. A ruling in DA's favor might embolden the party, but risk gridlock on future reforms. Keycap 6. What's next? Court proceedings are ongoing, and judgment has been reserved, expected in a few months. In the meantime, watch how the ANC frames the law to investors and everyday citizens. Will business buy into the narrative of enforced equity, or dig deeper? How will opposition parties respond if the DA scores a win? Keycap 7. Why it matters to you. This isn't abstract policy. It affects every South African's chance at a job, promotion, or better future. Does justice demand quotas, or does fairness demand flexibility? White heavy checkmark chime in below. Do you support the DA's legal crusade, or do you believe enforced targets are necessary for transformation? If this deep dive sparked your interest, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more South African political breakdowns, and hit that bell icon. Every share, every comment, helps elevate the conversation. See you next time.